Good evening, everybody. If it is evening where you are, you may be watching in the morning. You may be watching on the John. This is the podcast known as Ridin' the Pine. And riding it
At
out with me.
90s.
Yeah, late night edition here. The bane of my existence, Mr. Drake White.
Sorry, man. I told you I'm busy all week next week. We needed to do this. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
I noticed they stripped you of the captaincy.
I told coach that I thought somebody else was better suited for the role, which is really the true sign of a captain. So he told me I might get it back later, but I offered it to somebody else because I'm a good guy that way. Better man this year.
That or somebody Mark Messier'd you and just straight up
I
stole it from you.
Yeah, that's always possible too. Kind of funny we're talking about captains, the episode after captains.
It's a little segue, but we like continuity here.
Yeah, I guess so.
First off, we have a little bit of unboxing to do, if you want to call it that. Unraveling. Uh, Tim's
Unwrapping.
Tim's cards are
We do.
back. This is not sponsored, but Tim's, if you want to sponsor us, please do that. We need a sponsor. But Drake, you have 3 packs of cards, two
No, I
packs of
have
cards.
2 packs of cards,
Yes,
each
two
with
packs of
three
cards.
cards in it.
Ah, you want to take our bets on who might be in there?
Oh no, I'm thinking Sidney Crosby is on the front of it, right? I'm not sure if this is gonna pick up. Oh, that's not gonna pick up. You can kind of make out the outline, but
Yeah,
Sidney Crosby. There we go. Sidney Crosby's on here, so I'm kind of thinking Sidney Crosby.
that's a good
Who are you
bet.
thinking?
I think you're gonna get Connor McDavid in 1 pack.
McDavid.
And you
All
get
right, should we
Austin
go find
Matthews
it
in the
then?
second pack.
Austin Matthews in one, McDavid in the other.
You got it.
All right,
All
give me
right,
a
moment
second.
of
Let's
truth.
see. Let's see what these babies have inside them. Next, I open it up. It's like a Ryan Reeves or Justin Hall. Oh wait, I'm opening from the wrong side. I can see all of it. Okay.
A Justin Hall card would be legendary
You
for
know
all
they're
the
right
wrong
there.
reasons.
All right.
Oh yeah,
Card number one, Rasmus Dahlin.
good pick. Good pick. That's a good card to
Nice.
have.
Pick number two, Kyle Connor.
Another good player to have.
And card number three, also Kyle Connor.
Wow,
Snake Eyes.
Connor squared.
This got to be something special. This must be telling us something. You told me Connor McDavid, and I just got 2 Kyle Connors.
I was half
So
right.
there's got to be something going on. The next one must be McDavid. All right, we got a second pack. Drum roll, please.
That
That
was
is the worst
pathetic.
drum roll I've ever
That
seen. That
was.
was
I
pathetic.
didn't want to blow out the mic.
Blow out the mic anyway. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our first card, Tim Horton.
The legendary Tim Horton card.
Yeah, way before my existence. Card number two, another Leaf. Not Matthews though. Marner.
Not Justin Hall.
Yeah, and they're actually writing a little bit. Marner's 23 game point streak set a Toronto record, and he tallied 32 points in the run from October 27th to December 13th, 2022. Absolute
I
win of a
remember.
human being. And number
Marner's
three,
a beauty.
oh no, this is a red card.
Oh no.
Oh no. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Cole Caulfield.
Boo.
Whoa. That's not Matthews. That's not McDavid. I mean,
Matthew Nyes is better than Cole Caulfield.
it's got to be something though. I got 2 Kyle Connors in here. This has got to count for something, right?
Definitely.
I would hope so. Point leader is 80 points. Oh no, I think the best card I got here is probably the Rasmus Dahlin one.
Darlene solid.
Dahlin is that guy.
He is him.
He is him. All right. Well, that's enough of the hockey cards. Like, that was kind of upsetting, but
That
Can't
last
stand
card
that.
just ruined everything.
Yeah, Cole Caulfield, I was not. I mean, would have been funny if I got a third Leafs card in that deck, but it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, he had to ruin it. Just like everything he does. He just ruins it for everybody.
Yeah, man. Never forget the playoffs.
I like to forget.
Yeah. Bro like to bro bullied the Leafs. Him and Galchenyuk.
It's okay. Matthew Nyes will be better than Cole Caulfield.
No, it's all right. Fraser Minton's making the team this year. He'll be better than Cole Caulfield.
Oh, Fraser Mitten.
Fraser
I love
Minton
that
doesn't get
guy
hurt.
already.
He's not injury prone. He's going to be good. Mark my
I'm an
words.
Easton Cowan.
Easton Cowan, I mean, he could. I mean, he might get 9 games. He's still a camp. Whether he gets it or not, who knows? But he's a hard worker, so he definitely deserves it.
Easton Cowan. Better than Connor Bedard.
And more goals in the preseason, no? It's got to
He
count for
hasn't
some.
he hasn't screwed up a shootout goal yet.
That's true. It's because Easton Cowan doesn't need shootout goals because he's too good for a
True.
shootout goal.
It's true.
He doesn't need to go to shootout. He does all the work before the shootout. Bedard and his poverty team had to go to a shootout. And what happened? Fleury told him, "You're not that guy." If anybody hasn't seen that video, go watch it. Fleury basically told him, "Yeah, you know what? You're a first overall pick. I'm a first overall pick. You're not doing this to me. Go home. Go home. You're drunk, Connor."
Probably on everybody's Instagram pages already.
It literally everybody posted on Instagram. Guy doesn't even have to score, and he's already all over Instagram. It's amazing.
It really is.
All right, we have some fun topics today. Some fun, fancy topics.
But would you like me to tee it up?
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to tee it up.
Alrighty. Well, 2016 was not that long ago, but it also was that long ago. Look at the players who have joined the league since 2016 and try
Matthew
to
Nice,
imagine a league without them.
Matthew Nice,
Fraser
Michael
Minton.
Bunting, Kirill Kaprizov, Greg McKegg.
No, but seriously, you had no Austin Matthews. You had no Mitch Marner. You had no Jason Robertson. You had no Tage Thompson. You had no Hughes brothers. I could go on forever. But 2016, it was a
Easton
different
Cowan
league.
wasn't even born yet.
No, but
At least
seriously,
looking at him, that'd be a guess.
in 2016 was the last time we had the World Cup of Hockey. And it may be returning. It's been hyped up forever now to be returning, but it seems like we're actually kind of making some progress on it. And today we are discussing some hypothetical teams that might be playing in that tourney or the Olympics.
We got 6 for this potential offseason. And I'm kind of sneaky with them, too.
These sneaky guys.
Oh, there's definitely a couple sneaky guys on here that people aren't going to like.
Easton Cowan.
Yes, Easton Cowan is indeed on this team.
First line.
Yeah. First line, McDavid who?
Who's that?
Who's that guy? I don't know. I think he's from Toronto or something.
Oh, Kyle Connor.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Actually, Kyle Connor is in this. Kyle Connor is not from Toronto, but it is kind of funny. Let's go through this for a second. I want to look at these cards. 1. Okay, only 3 of these guys are actually on here because they doubled up on Kyle Connor. But we will be talking about 3 players from here today.
Well, would you like to talk about that?
Yeah, well, what one do you want first?
How
I got
about
Canada, I got the USA, I got Sweden, Finland, Russia, and Czechia.
the team that's going to be the best team?
Czechs?
Well, I was talking about Germany. No, Team Canada.
Want Team Canada? All right, well, I'll give you Team Canada. Team Canada, it's actually kind of an interesting situation with Team Canada. It's been a long time since we've had a proper Team Canada team in any international tournament. like based on NHLers. A lot of these guys have actually played in those kind of events before, but a lot of these guys are a lot younger, weren't even in the league at the time, golden goal and all that. Um, there's a couple remnants from that era of hockey, but for a large part, it's kind of an older team compared to, say, the American team, which is a little bit younger. And the goalies are definitely massive question marks on who it could possibly be. You know, first, I mean, without a doubt, Connor McDavid's making that team,
Bust.
right? Yeah, right. Like, I can't see a world where Connor McDavid's not on this team. And personally, I think on his right wing, it's going to be Mitch Marner, right? I just can't see a world where McDavid and Marner don't really work together. However, my left winger is definitely a controversial pick that not many people are going to expect. Would you like to take a crack at who it might be?
No.
Really? No, not even a guess. Come on,
You're
guess,
you're
guess,
too
guess, guess, guess,
you're too sneaky.
guess, 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 guess.
No.
All right. On the left wing of the first line with Connor McDavid and Mitch Marner, Philadelphia Flyers forward Travis Konechny.
It's a very interesting pick.
It is an interesting pick, but you see, because I wanted to play around with it. He's a young guy. He's got speed. He goes to the hairy areas of the ice. I think he'd be a good complementary player. Most. I remember seeing one where they had Zach Hyman up there or Michael Bunting. Now, you know what?
Bunting.
Travis Konechny looks like he belongs there. He's, I want to keep it a little bit sneaky, a little bit surprising, keep people on their toes. And I think Travis Konechny would definitely be a good fit up on that first line.
I can see it.
Yeah. However, the second line is where it gets special. Second line is that Nova Scotia line. Sidney Crosby, Nathan McKinnon, and Brett Marchand. How can you not?
I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Third line, the 50-goal guy himself, Braden Point. I have him in all three of my fantasy leagues. On his right wing, another elite player, Steven Stamkos. And on his left, Mark Stone. Couple captains there on that lineup. And for my fourth line, I want to, it could be any of three guys. It could be Mark Scheifele, it could be John Tavares, or it could be Logan Couture. I ended up going with Mark Scheifele, and I also threw on Claude Giroux and Jonathan Huberdeau. I'm not sure if maybe there's a four that you think I missed, but
Trying to think off the top of my head. I think you got it down pretty pat there.
oh,
I would include a Bedard
no.
as an
Pete
extra.
Subban says he's a top 10 player in the league. He lied. I'm not including rookie Bedards already. He can wait.
Yeah, if it comes down to a shootout, we're done for.
Yeah, exactly. But it's fine because Marc-Andre Fleury is not in this hypothetical tournament.
Oh, then he's fine.
Yeah.
Even though
Defensively, though,
Marc-Andre Fleury had nothing to do with him not scoring.
yeah, well, still, maybe he'd just be afraid. He'd see Fleury, he'd start freaking out, and then remember, wait a minute, he's on my team. However, I think what really brings this team together is actually its defense, right? I think on the first line, I think Devon Taves and Cale Makar will be a lethal first pairing for Team Canada. Follow that up with Alex Pietrangelo and Dougie Hamilton duo, and then follow that up with another hot take, Morgan Riley and Jared Spurgeon.
I'm a big fan of that second pairing.
Huh?
I'm a big fan of that second pairing for obvious
Yeah.
reasons.
Yeah, gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I didn't even think about that when I put it together.
They
And
never
then
even played together at the same time here.
no, they didn't. And then for my extra two, I went with Adam Pelech and Josh Morrissey. Notice there's a couple guys missing. I opted to not bring Drew Doughty or Aaron Ekblad or Mackenzie Weegar. Why, you may ask? Because I like Morgan Riley better.
Yeah, Mo's very solid, and I like that pick a lot.
Yeah, well, he's a good offensive guy. He brings it up in important games. So, why not Morgan Riley, right? And then in nets, I have Darcy Kemper, Tristan Jerry, and not Carter Hart. I have Devin Levi. Why Devin Levi, may you ask? Well, because he's already an Olympic gold medalist. Wait, did Canada win the Olympics?
I don't think so.
Oh, he's an Olympic goaltender. So, I mean, I don't know. I think it makes sense that you bring, the Olympic guy, right? Because I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure he started too. Pretty
yeah.
sure he
I
stole the starting job from Tompkins and Pascal.
I did not watch that team because it was basically like the reverse of an NHL All-Star game.
What do you mean? You didn't want to
It was
watch?
like
You didn't want to watch Mason McTavish?
I'd rather watch McTavish play for World Juniors because he was electric for
Best
World
stand
Juniors.
defenseman in that tournament.
Yeah,
Friggin' love McTavish.
yeah, he's a beauty. I've watched him in person a number of times, and he's unreal. He's gonna be a star in the league for sure.
He's gonna be a future captain too, I bet. Following Dad's
Yeah,
footsteps.
yeah,
All right, you want me to hop into the American team?
sure.
All right, the American team. Now, you're never going to believe this. I think the American team is better than the Canadian team. It's a lot deeper. The goaltending is gross. The defense is gross, and the forward group is lethal. On my first line, on left wing, Matthew Tkachuk. On right wing, Tage Thompson. And in the middle, Austin Matthews. Matthew Austins. I don't know. I think that's kind of a gross duo or trio.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
You got three Americans, and I'm pretty sure they're all from the same state. Where's Tage Thompson from?
No, T'Chuk is from St. Louis.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he
From
was born in
Arizona.
St. Louis.
No, from Arizona.
No, Tage was born in Arizona.
Nope. So was Matthew Tkachuk, I'm pretty sure.
And he was born in St. Louis because his dad played for the Blues.
His dad played for the Coyotes.
Yeah, but he was born when his dad played for the Blues.
Give me a second. I'm going to look this up. I swear to God, he's Arizona.
Nope.
Yes. Matthew Tkachuk get ready for this, was born in Scottsdale, Arizona. Yeah, you can look it up yourself. Matthew Tkachuk was born in Scottsdale.
Yeah, and anybody can edit Wikipedia.
It's not Wikipedia. I'm on the NHL app.
Anybody can edit the NHL app.
No. And Tage Thompson get ready for this, from Phoenix, Arizona. And they say hockey can't work in the desert. The lies.
It can, but only if you're not the Arizona Coyotes.
Nah, come on, man. That's not fair.
That's true. You can be the Arizona Coyotes. Just don't be the management of the Arizona Coyotes.
Oh, come on. The management's not even that bad anymore. It was their old management. It was John Chayka, who's now working at a McDonald's.
I like extra pickles on my McDouble, John Chayka. He's actually, if you go to the McDonald's in Port Colborne, there is a poster of him in there.
Why?
I'm not even kidding.
Why?
I don't know, but let me find a photo of it.
Bro, why? Why?
I saw it and I
What
was
did bro
mind
do
blown
to
by
Port Colborne to get himself on a wall in a
it.
McDonald's?
Let me
He was
find
in
a
the
photo.
NHL for like 5 minutes as an analytical GM who proceeded to absolutely blow his team apart and then walk out of the office randomly.
Oh, it's a Wendy's. It's not a McDonald's.
Oh my God. I mean, that's a little bit classier, but come on, man.
Let me see if I
Why?
have it.
What did he do to deserve that?
Uh, while I'm looking for this, why don't you talk about your second line? Because
Oh,
it
you're
might
my
be a little
second
bit here.
line? You're not going to like the second line.
Let me guess. Jason Robertson.
Yes, Jason Robertson is indeed on the second line.
I knew it.
He's also lined up there with Brady Tkachuk and Jack Hughes. Pure yuck. You want to get goals? That's your line.
All right. So John Chayka, he's from Jordan, Ontario.
Okay.
And his let me read this. This is from Niagara this week. And apparently he and his wife own Wendy's in the Golden Horseshoes. So that is why his photo is on the Port Colborne one.
Bruh. So what I'm getting is he has such an ego, he needs to display himself as the employee of the month.
I guess so.
I wonder if he did
I don't
that in
have
Arizona. Maybe that's why he didn't stick in Arizona, is they didn't like that he kept self-appointing himself employee of the month.
maybe. I don't have a photo of it here, but
On God,
I
if John Chayka worked at my Wendy's, I give him employee of the month every single month. Make sure I give him an extra pay just to make sure he sticks around and doesn't walk out on me mid-season.
we have to go on a road trip now to Port Colborne to find the John Chayka
Potential
Wendy's.
vlog idea?
Yeah,
I don't know. I think I'm down. I'm down. When I come
I am
back,
too.
that's what we're doing. We're going for an adventure to Port Colborne just to find portrait of this man.
We're going.
We're doing it. Maybe we'll actually get to meet John.
Yeah, we'll ask the high schoolers working the counter. Could we meet John, please?
Hi, is Mr. Fring in the office today? I need to see Mr. Fring.
Could I get the analytics of how many people order a spicy Asiago chicken burger, please? Could I get the stats on how many people get the chili instead?
Have you ever seen Taylor Hall since selling the farm? How often do you illegally test your workers before they start working?
I think that he
Do
has
you
a
have a hire who absolutely bullied the hell out of one of his classmates when he was 16?
instead of a job fair for Wendy's, they have a secret job combine before all the other Wendy's get to hire them. And yeah, they get the best ones there. That's why their rates are the fastest.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Na, 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 na. All right, so we know what we're doing next week.
Port Colborne Wendy's is
Port
happy to
Colborne, here we
select
come. See us there.
Clayton Keller on
What?
fry cook.
All right, Clayton Keller, you're the fry cook. And for the sous chef, Jack Eichel. And Joe Pavelski, you'll be the supervisor tonight. Thank you. And that is my third line. See what I did there? See what I
That was a
did there?
perfect segue. That was a good segue.
Yeah. And following that is the man that hated Ottawa himself, Alex DeBrincat. Dylan Larkin and Johnny Gaudreau, another man who apparently likes pain. And then
He
my
does.
extra two are the man, the myth himself, who had two hockey cards drawn today, Kyle Connor, and JT Miller. And then for your defense, and this is where it gets gross, on your first pair, Quinn Hughes and Charlie McAvoy. On your second pair, Jacob Slavin and John Carlson. On your third line, Zach Wierenski and Adam Fox. And as your two extras tonight, we have Seth Jones and Brett Pesci.
That
And
that
then
third pairing is just play that line the whole time.
Wierenski and Fox is absolutely gross pairing, bro.
Are you telling me Justin Hall isn't going to be part of this team?
No.
Are you telling me Ben Sherrod isn't going to be part of the Canadian team?
I would rather Zach Bogosian.
Are you telling me Jeff Petrie isn't part of your Canadian team?
Like 10 years ago. Isn't Jeff Petrie American?
I don't know, but
Pretty
do you
sure
see
Jeff
where I'm
Petrie's
going?
American.
Are you seeing where I'm going with this?
You just want to put the Detroit Red Wings in here.
Come on, Stevie. What are
Let's
you
do it,
doing?
Stevie.
What are you doing, Stevie?
Not Not building a winning roster, that's for sure. However, I still haven't covered our goaltenders. You're never going to believe my goaltender trio here. Or maybe you will. Your starter for the American team is Gunnar Hellebuck. Surprise, surprise. Your backup goalie, drumroll please. Jake Ottinger, surprise, surprise.
Wow.
Third stringer, Thatcher Demko, surprise, surprise.
Wow.
Whoever would have thought that the Americans
Right.
have three elite goalies that would all make it here? It's almost like they have elite goaltenders.
Wow.
Wow. Ooh.
Oh, I don't know if
Ooh.
that's actually going to show up or not.
How do you get rid of
Wow.
that? Is that just
Wow.
going to sit there for the rest of the time?
I hope
How'd you
that
even
showed
pull
up.
that up? Ooh. Ooh,
There's a
reactions.
reactions thing on the bottom.
You see it?
I do.
Ta-da!
Wow. Pew, pew,
Okay, how do
pew.
I get rid of it? Can I get, how do
It'll
I
just
get rid
go
of that?
off. It'll go off on its own.
Oh, it'll go away on its own? Okay, okay, okay. That works. Oh, yes? You have a question, sir?
Yeah.
What is
Um,
this question, young Padawan?
um, where's Cole Caulfield?
No.
All right.
Cole Caulfield
Oh,
is
look.
likely to make it as I had Nick Suzuki for the Canadian team, and I did have Nick Suzuki because I forgot Mark Scheifele existed.
Oh,
Same as I initially
Gene.
didn't have Eichel and Thompson on here because I completely forgot that Eichel and Thompson existed for like 5 minutes.
Wow.
Should have brought Marchessault. Marchizo,
Max Pacioretty.
Max Pacioretty. Yeah, the injury-prone man himself. I'd be
Yeah.
down. I'd go for that.
Somebody's got to warm the press box up.
He could be there as the leadership hire. No, notice though who I left off the forward group though. Someone that you probably would have expected to be captain.
American?
American, yes. American forward. Who would you typically expect to be on an American team? Who would probably serve as the team captain if he's there?
I'm trying to remember anybody you said.
He's the best American player of the last decade. He went
J-Rod.
first overall.
Oh, first. Oh, Patty Kane?
Yeah. You not notice that I
Yeah.
didn't say Patty Kane?
Honestly, I forgot about Patty Kane because everybody else has in the league.
Honestly, man, I had it set up. I wanted Patrick Kane in there, but I just could not pull myself to put him above anybody else on there. Maybe the Patrick Kane era is up.
You don't want TJ Oshie?
Nah, TJ Oshie's kind of old. I want Joe Pavelski as my captain.
I
Captain
think any
America
team
himself.
I think any team would want Joe Pavelski as their
I'd
captain.
want Joe Pavelski on any team.
I would
He's
too.
just that guy. He's aging like fine wine, man.
He
Like
just
Joe
seems to get
Pavelski,
better every
he
year.
just gets better as he gets older. Both him and
Yeah.
Brad Marchand. As they get older,
Yeah.
they just get better, man. I'm not going to know what to do with myself when they're done.
Joe Pavelski's one of my favorite players, man. There's no question about it.
My favorite Joe Pavelski moment was involved Cody Eakin. If you know, you know.
You
My second favorite one happened in the last playoffs. If you know, you know.
you know.
If you know, you know. All right, Martin, make your decision. What European team are we going to? Finland, Sweden, Russia, or Czechia?
Let's
Who are
talk
you
about the
going?
Swedes.
You want to talk about the Swedes? Well, you're going
Yeah.
to love this Swedish roster, sir. You're really going to like this Swedish roster. On your first line, Elias Pettersson is the captain. Who would have thought? I mean, not the captain, the centerman. Who would have thought Elias Pettersson would be? On his right wing, he's not even from Sweden. William Nylander.
Oh, yes, the Swede that was born in Calgary.
Calgary. And on your left wing, Philip Forsberg.
That's a
That's not a
good.
yucky first line.
That's pretty good.
And then for your second line, this is a pure goal scorer line. At center, Mika Zibanejad.
Ooh,
On the
nasty.
right wing, Jesper Bratt.
Also nasty.
And on the right wing, Adrian Kempe.
Can be nasty at times.
And now the third line is actually a shutdown defensive line. And you're going to love this one. On left wing, William Karlsson. On right wing, Joel Eriksson Ek. And at center, Nick Backstrom, if healthy.
I like it.
And then to wrap up for my fourth line at center, Elias Lindholm, 40 goal guy. On his wing, Mikhail Backlund, freshly named captain. And on his right wing, Andrei Burakovsky. Because I know you totally forgot that he was Swedish, because so did I.
Yeah, I remember him playing for Erie back in the day,
He's
and
not
I'm
actually
pretty
born in
sure
Sweden. I'm
I'm
pretty
pretty
sure
sure he
he's like
counted as an import.
I'm pretty sure he's like Austrian, but like he has a Swedish, like he's half Austrian, half Swedish or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then for my two scratches, Lucas Raymond and Ricard Raquel. Oh no, I think it's a pretty good forward group.
I like that forward group. It's pretty nasty.
Oh, just wait till you hear about the defense then. The defense was so stacked, I didn't even know who to throw on here. I couldn't fathom pulling people out. On your top pair, Victor Hedman and Eric Carlson. That's yuck. On your second pair, Rasmus Dahlin and Matthias Ekholm. On your third pair, the other Lindholm, Hampus Lindholm, the Bruin, and Adam Larson. And as your extra two, Jonas Brodin and Rasmus Anderson, who should have been captain of the Calgary Flames. I just noticed there are a lot of guys that have to do with Calgary on this team. And it only
Yeah,
makes it worse because the goaltenders are Linus Ullmark, Philip Gustafsson, and Jacob Markstrom. I don't know. I'm starting to think that maybe this was a team built by Conroy. He's not even
yeah.
Swedish. He built the team. He likes the Swedes apparently. Oh, that was the other. I almost put Oliver Shillington at one point, and then I didn't
Why?
because he's injured. And Rasmus
Sad.
Anderson is better.
I do like Anderson.
Rasmus Anderson's solid, man. I guess it's time for the Finns.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. For your leading centerman, who is also serving as your team captain. Take a guess.
Patrick Laine.
He does play center, but no.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Alexander Barkov, ring a bell to anybody?
Oh, Barkov. Yes, yes, yes.
I do have Laine on the first line, though. I got Laine on the left wing and Mikko Rantanen on the right wing. Talk about offense.
Yeah, that's pretty nasty too.
And then my second line, and this is actually a really speedy line. I have Turbo, Teuvo Teravainen. Centering him is Sebastian Aho, his brother in arms. And on his right wing, you're never going to believe who I picked here. Ladies and gentlemen, the Leafs have scored. Kasperi Kapanen has scored the game winner for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Actually, that's Auston Matthews. Yes, I put Kasperi Kapanen on the second line in Finland. Why, you may ask? Because I like to be unique. My third
Kapanen
line,
was one of those guys that had a lot of potential,
he just
and
never got it going in the top
he
six.
never really did a whole lot, but he was always a fan favorite in Toronto.
He was afraid of top six time. I think that's mostly what it was. He just did not like playing
Could be.
top six. Anyway,
Could be.
there's another couple lines here. Your third line center is Rupi Hintz. I don't know. That's a pretty gross trifecta of centermen.
Yeah, to have Hintz on a third line really says a lot about your team.
Yeah, exactly. On your right side, you got Matthias Michelli. And on your left side, you got Arturi Lehkonen. Stanley Cup champion Arturi Lehkonen to you.
Lekkonen's one of the most clutch players in the league. You need to step up in a situation, and he's that guy. So
He
you get
is
into
him,
a semifinal or a final, that guy's gonna score a goal for you.
100%. And for my fourth line, on left wing, Anton Lundell. On right wing, Capo Caco. And at center, had the Devils won the Stanley Cup, this man probably should have won the Conn Smythe. He was on God, the best player in the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Please welcome Golden Knights draft pick, Eric Howla.
He's gonna be the Boston Bruins big man this year.
Nah, man, like honestly, like Eric Howla, in the Stanley Cup playoffs last year, he was him. Oh no, bro had like 13 points in like 7 games or something. He was that guy.
Oh yeah.
He thought he
Wait,
like him and Martin.
is he still with New Jersey?
Yes, they signed him to like a 4-year deal because they loved him as much as he loved playing for New Jersey. That is the sign of a true leader. Thus, why I think he should actually be the captain instead of Barkov.
Clearly I'm living in the past because I thought he was still with Boston, but
No, he hasn't been with Boston for a while. Where did he go? I think he went after Vegas. I think he went to Carolina, and I think he went to
yeah.
Florida. He was in part of the Walmart trade, I think. Or he was actually no, I think he was in Florida, and then he went to Carolina, and then I think he went to the Devils from there.
Makes sense.
And then he's also been in Boston and Minnesota. Or when was he in Boston?
I don't know. I just remember him in a Boston jersey.
He might have been. I'm trying to think. He might have been in Boston between the Devils and the Hurricanes.
It's very possible.
Yeah, and then for my
Wasn't
two extras,
was he not involved? Was there a trade that involved Pavel Zacha and him? Or were they both free agent signings?
Pavel Zacha was traded.
So they
Or
might have been
no,
traded for
Pavel
each
Zacha.
other.
I don't know. Pavel Zacha, I think, was a free agent. I think they let him walk.
Okay.
There, let's go look. Let's go look. Let's see. New Jersey Devils. Uh, Eric Howla. Where are you, buddy? Eric Howla was a Bruin. Okay, yeah. He was on the Predators. Guy was on the Wild for 4 years, the Golden Knights for 2. Then he went to the Hurricanes. He got traded to the Panthers. Then he signed with the Predators. Then he signed with the Bruins. Had a breakout year, 44 points. And then he proceeded to go to the Devils and put up 41 points. Eric Howla is that guy.
He is that guy.
I like
To
Eric
have him on
Howla.
your fourth line is a gift.
Yes. And then for my remaining two forwards, I got Mikael Granlund and Eli Tolvanen. I just realized how this team is incredibly predator heavy.
Somebody call Chris Hansen.
Maybe. Anyways, the defense is where this kind of gets interesting, though. Uh, you know, first line, I think it's pretty obvious that you need Miro Heiskanen on your team. I do have him lined up with Rasmus Ristolainen because the team completely falls up after this. My second pair is Esa Lindell and Juuso Välimäki. My third pair is Wings legend Olli Maatta. That's Stanley Cup champion Olli Maatta to you. And Nico Mikkola. I don't even know where he's at. I think he's in Florida. And then the remaining two, Ville Heinola, who still is not allowed in the NHL, and Henry Yoki. How are you?
Yeah, you better hope that team puts up some goals because that defense,
Yeah, it's a rough
other than that
defense.
first pairing, they ain't doing too much for you.
Oh, no, don't worry, because their goaltending is doing a lot for them. You're never going to realize how good Finnish goaltending actually is, but for their starter, Jussi Saros. Go surprise. Their backup, Antti Ranta. And their third stringer is Jonas Korpisalo. Oh, no, that's pretty gross. That's a gross goaltender trio.
Yeah, I mean, UC can get that done on his own, you know. He's that
Yeah,
guy as well.
but the fact that he has Antti Ranta and Jonas Korpisalo behind him, holy. I
How
love
lucky are
how.
Nashville to go from Pekka Rinne to UC Soros?
Honestly, man, not many teams get that lucky.
No.
See, my luck just exists with Russian goalies. I signed guys like Igor Shesterkin in NHL, and he proceeds to put up an 888 3 straight years in a row and throw for the playoffs. Which, good thing, I guess I'll talk about his team next. In this hypothetical universe, Russia has not invaded Ukraine, which means Russian NHLers are actually allowed to play in this tournament. And oh my God, is this team actually stacked? No wonder the NHL or no wonder the IHF has banned Russian players. Your first line, Mert, is kind of an older line, and they're all from Russia. Who would have thought? On the left wing, your captain, Alexander Ovechkin. At center, the guy that went right after him, Evgeny Malkin. And on their other side, not quite a young guy, but we know that he hates Montreal. Are you kidding me? Nikita Kucherov. Oh no, that's kind of scary offensively.
It's an interesting first line.
It's older, but it's effective. Russian machine never breaks. For my second line, the bread man, Artemi Panarin, Evgeny Kokenetsov, Kuzi, and on the right wing, Kirill Kaprizov. It's a pretty strong second line. Can the third line follow it up? On the left wing, Stanley Cup champion. Who's a Stanley Cup champion Russian?
uh,
Blues.
Blues? Oh shoot. Yeah, think here for a sec. Tarasenko?
Vladimir Tarasenko.
I don't
At
know why that
center.
took me so long, but
At center. The man himself, Ivan Barbashev. One of the greatest players in Vegas Golden Knights Stanley Cup final history. And on the right wing, Andrei Svechnikov. Mr. Svechnikov! Ah! I
it's a
wish
good
I
thing
could have
him and
told
Ovi are on
Russian.
the same side this time.
Yeah, too bad Martinuk's not there to cheer him on, though. Mr. Svechnikov!
He'll be in the stands.
One of the best videos I've ever watched. All you hear is the other team's trying to figure out what the screaming is. It's Martinuk down the hallway screaming Mr. Svechnikov. And then your fourth line, Pavel Buchnevich, Valery Nichushkin. And at center, he's not even a centerman, but we've actually run out of Russian centerman. Andrei Kuzmenko. We're literally out of Russian centermen. There's not a lot
That
of
makes
Russian
you.
centermen in the league. And then for your remaining two forwards, Klim Kostin, the antagonist himself, and the man himself, the Cobra, Lee Mikheyev.
Ilya Mikheyev.
Love Lee Mikheyev.
Ilya Mikheyev.
Lee Mikheyev.
My beloved.
How much would you offer Mikheyev to stay in Toronto?
I don't know. Would he be able to score goals?
No,
But not much.
he's not even at training camp right now.
Yeah, man, it just fell off.
Yeah, I miss Lee Mikheyev.
Me
He was
too,
that
man. He
guy.
was
He was
he
wholesome.
was he was just a fun guy. We loved Ilya Mikheyev in Toronto.
Lee Mikheyev was that guy.
He
He might
literally
not score a
was.
lot of goals, but he was the fastest player in the NHL. He would slow down long enough to talk to his peers, Connor McDavid, and show him how to skate fast.
He was like probably the leader for most breakaways without goals.
I think he was too. The amount of breakaways that man had it been any other player, the Leafs probably make it out of the first round.
Yeah. I I I don't know. He's just a lovable guy. We
Yeah,
we
I
miss
like Lee
him.
Mikheyev.
Bring him
Anyways,
back.
this defense is about to get fun too. On your first D, Mikhail Sergachev, the guy that the Habs threw away. And his D partner, Nikita Zaitsev.
Ooh.
That's not it's Artem Zub.
I was gonna say.
Nah, no, 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 no,
That's
no.
not a good start to your first pairing.
Nah. Second pairing, Dmitry Orlov and Dmitry Kulikov. The Dmitries.
Times two.
And then on the third pair, we have Ivan Provorov and Vladislav Gavrikov. It's a lot of ovs in here. Most of these names end with a V. And then four, your remaining two defensemen, Nikita Zadorov and Alexander Romanov. See what I mean? It's all V's. And then the goaltending. That's the one problem. It was hard to pick what goalie to make it. There's so many good Russian goalies, but I don't know. I decided to kind of give this guy a chance, but I thought, some young guy named like Andrei Vasilevsky. Not sure
Oh,
if you
that guy.
like. I threw him on here as the starter. As one of the other goalies. I'm not sure if you've heard of him. He's actually like the new top goalie for the Rangers. I think his name's like Shesterkin or something.
Oh, I think I may have heard of him.
Yeah, Igor Shesterkin. And the other goalie, and now this just isn't even fair, but Elias Sorokin. It's really not fair that Vasilevsky, Shesterkin, and Sorokin are all on the same team.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who you have as your D. You get those guys in net, and good luck.
Literally, pucks are not going in the net. You are winning games like 1-0. But no. Oh no. I think Russia feels kind of dangerous. I'm starting to think this is why they won't let them back.
They're doing us a favor by not being there.
I agree. And Martin, I do have one more team for you today. Because the Germans and the Swiss did not have enough players to really be able to do it properly. I was able to put together a roster for Czechia. However, there is one guy who recently retired from the NHL. But I think it's fair that he can stay because I'm pretty sure he's still playing internationally anyway.
Fair enough.
So, on your first line, one of the last picks in his draft class, Stanley Cup champion Andre Palat. At center, the guy scored 4 goals before. Joe Thornton was a big fan of it. Thomas Hurdle.
Tomas Hurdle.
And on the right side, this guy's won a couple Rockets now. Big fan of Barbie Girl. David Pasternak. The Pasta Man. Spaghetti Man.
SpaghettiOs.
And then on the second line, he was written off. The Detroit Red Wings decided that he was nothing. But Jacob Verana is coming back with a vengeance. And he will be playing with the legendary David Krejci, whose favorite player was Jaromir Jagr growing up, and Martin Necas, because I actually forgot Necas was Czech. I actually had him on the Finnish team for a while, and then I realized he's not actually Finnish. On the third line, Pavel Zacha, the Bruins' first-line centerman. At center, Philip Hedl, who I also forgot was Czech. I thought he was Swedish. And Philip Zadina, the man who went to the Sharks to get a bigger chance, and he's still shafted to the fourth line anyway. And on your final pair, there's a leaf on this pair. Dominic Kubalik is on one wing. Thomas Nosik's on the other wing. But who's at center, Martin?
Kalle Yarncrook.
No, he's Swedish.
Oh. David Kampf.
It is David Kampf.
Legend.
That guy. He might not score, but he'll play good defense.
He's a good PK or two.
And as your extra guys, Radek Faksa and Martin Kaut. Poor guy that just cannot get into the NHL for the life of him. Defensively, and this is where it falls off. This is where this team dies. Like the first pair is Philip Hronik and Radko Gudas. You know there's a problem when.
It's a good thing Samsonov isn't a goaltender for Russia.
Why?
Because Gudas there.
That was.
Oh no, that was Wall.
That was Joseph Wall. Good thing Joseph
Oh
Wall's
my
not gone.
If you can't tell, I am very
Really?
sleep deprived.
Don't worry, it's fine. We're almost done. Maybe. On the second pair, Radim Shimmick and Jan Ruda. You see where this is going now.
Oh yeah.
On the third pair, Jacobs Borrell, good old 2015 draft pick. He was that guy. And he's going to be paired up with David Jiricek because I've run out of NHLers. Because my fourth pair is Lieber Hayek and Stanislav Svozil.
Ooh, Connor Bedard's liney.
Yeah, you're seeing a problem here now. I've run out of NHLers. There's not a lot of Czech NHLers. However, the defense is, their goaltending is not half bad. At starter, Karel Vejmelka. Not bad. Their backup, Vitek Vanacek. And their third stringer, Pavel Francouz. That's Stanley Cup champion, Pavel Francouz, to you. There you have it, my international tournament teams, man. Any comments, any questions? Did you enjoy this? Was this a fun time?
I had a great time.
You had a great time.
I did.
All right. Well, you look kind of exhausted, so maybe it's time to cut this off.
Yeah. Stay tuned, folks, as we go see the Wendy's.
The John Chayka Memorial.
The John Chayka Memorial. This is gonna be a real thing, guys. We're actually gonna go do this.
Maybe.
No, we're doing it.
Okay. I'll let you know when I'm back.
Alrighty.
When I'm back in town, we'll go.
This will be a video for the ages.
It will be. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for riding out on Riding the Pine. See you all next time.